Hi, welcome to Math on Monday, April 20. I hope you had a great weekend and you're ready to jump back into it. The last couple weeks we have been focusing on converting metric length and volume and mass, and it's all been based on the powers of 10. And so we saw that a very simple way to do those conversions was to move the decimal the same direction that we were moving on our conversion chart. Well, you can see today our teaching point is I can convert customary units of length. Customary is sometimes called standard. I think sometimes I hear students call it the normal. That's what we do. That's just normal with a ruler. And that's exactly what it is. We are using the standard units that we use in the United States, and those are inches and feet and miles and all of those sorts of measurements. Today we'll focus on inches, feet, and yards. You can see our teaching point here, and step one, you will simply watch the video. It's kind of a funky one, just to get your brain used to the inches, feet, and yards again. As you scroll on, you're going to see today that I do have another chart for you, but it certainly is not as easy to use as the metric system, where we can slide to the right and the left. Instead, what I did is I showed you if you're going from inches to feet, you are going to divide by 12. If you go from feet to inches, you're going to multiply by 12. If you go from feet to yards, we divide by 3. Yards to feet, we multiply by 3, and so on. So you can see how the chart works. You are welcome to scroll back up during your assignment portion of the lesson and use this chart if these sorts of things help you out. What I find for myself and for most of my students is that it is much easier to simply picture this portion of the help sheet on this second slide. Here we see a big yard stick, as we usually call it. It's broken up into 3 feet because 3 feet or 3 rulers make a yard. And each of these feet or ruler lengths are 12 inches long. So 12 plus 12 plus 12, there are 36 inches in a foot. There are 36 inches in a yard, 3 feet in a yard, 12 inches in a foot. And I believe if you are picturing this in your mind as we go forward in the assignment, you're going to have a much easier time than if you're always trying to go back up here and trying to figure out I'm at feet and I'm going to yards. What do I need to do? Even though this is correct, and you are certainly welcome to do it, I believe if you can picture this portion of the chart, you're going to be much better off. So let's dive into some samples. Today, you have 2 pages of assignments, but I am going to do part of both assignments with you. First, we have these charts to fill in. Here I can see on this side, I'm going from feet to inches. So I have to picture 1 foot. Remember, that's like 1 ruler. How many inches is that? Well, that's 12. You can see I'm putting my answers in purple. They're going to stay right there. So when you scroll down to the assignment, you'll see these answers are already finished for you. You will not have to do these on your own. Let's go down and maybe try this one. 3 feet is how many inches? Well, I can picture that. 3 rulers side by side. If there's 12 in each one, I'm doing 3 times 12. And the answer, you got it, 36. But what do I do in this part of the chart? Now I'm doing the opposite. I have a whole bunch of inches, and I have to put them in feet. Well, I take out 12 inches every time I want to make a foot. So how many 12s can I take out of 60? So if you really wanted to, you could subtract 60 minus 12 and then do another minus 12 minus 12. Or you can simply divide by 12. And you all know the flashcard fact, 60 divided by 12 is 5. Let's go down to this one. If I'm still doing inches to feet, and I'm still dividing by 12, 120 divided by 12, that would be 10 feet that I could make out of those inches. I'm leaving these two blank for you to try on your own. And let's go over to this side of the chart. Now I'm doing feet into yards. So I know that there's 3 feet will make up 1 yard. Well, what if I have 4 feet? 4 feet. I could take out 3 of them to make 1 yard. And then I'm going to have 1 foot left over. So it's 1 yard and 1 foot because I have that 1 foot left over. Let's go down here and maybe do this one. If I have 8 yards, I have to picture 8 yards. Let's go back up to our help chart and these images. I have 8 of these and I have to find out how many feet are in them. Well, for every yard there's 3 feet. So I'm going to have to multiply 8 times 3 and I would get 24 feet. If I had 10 yards, each one of those yards has 3 feet. 10 times 3, remember that? 30 feet. I am going to scroll down. Let's look at this next chart. On this next chart, we are doing yards to inches. So I'm picturing if I have 1 yardstick, I know there's 36 inches in that yardstick. If I have 2 yardsticks, I have to do 36 plus another 36, or 36 times 2, which is 72. This one you'll do on your own. You will have to figure out 3 times 36 is how many inches altogether. Check out these numbers. Now I have the inches. If I was multiplying by 36 to go this way, I have to divide by 36 to go this way. So on probably some scrap paper, unless you're really, really good at it, you're going to, for example, take 144 divided by 36, and you will figure out how many 36s can I take out of there. And by doing a little math on my scrap paper, I found out that 4 times 36 is 144 inches. So 144 inches divided by 36 is 4. Let's go from inches to yards. So I have to divide by 36, and I can look over here. Look, I already have 72 inches. 72 inches. Looks like I'm going to use this chart for my benefit. This side of the chart tells me that 2 yards is 72 inches, so 72 inches is 2 yards. Again, here, 144 inches to yards, 144 inches to yards. That's a pretty easy one to fill in. What if I had to do how many inches are in 8 yards? Ooh, so each one of these yards has 36. Looks like I'm going to have to do 36 times 8. And if I quick do some math, I believe that is 288 inches in 8 yards. Is that what you came up with? I left just a few holes here for you to fill in. Let's take a look at the next portion of our assignment. This page, we are using still inches, feet, and yards. However, we're just have a different setup for it. Not everything is just in a nice, neat chart. So we're going to go through 1 foot, of course, I know that is 12 inches. You can see you'll have to figure out how many inches in 3 feet and in 4 feet. Let's do 5 feet together. How many inches are in 5 feet? Well, each one of those feet has 12 inches in it. So I'm doing 5 times 12 in my head, and I know 5 times 12 is 60. Let's go down here. 2 feet and 4 inches is how many inches? So in my head, I think, well, 2 times 12 inches, that is 24. And then I have to add the 4 inches. So that would be 28 inches. See how I think that through? Let's skip down. I'm going to let you do that one later. Let's do this one together. 5 feet and 3 inches. Well, each one of the feet has 12 in it. So 5 times 12 is 60, and 60 plus this 3 is 63 inches. Going on down, let's scroll down and do this one together. 21 inches is how many feet in inches? Ooh, I have 21 inches. Let's see, I pull out 12. So I could take out 1 foot, that's 12 inches, and then I have to think 21 minus 12. That would leave me 9 inches left over. Let's go down to 38 inches. How many feet could I take out of that? Really what I'm doing in my head is I'm doing 38 divided by 12. 38 divided by 12. Well, now I know I could take 3 out, right? 36 inches I could take out, and then I'd be left over with 2 inches after that. How many feet are in a yard? I know that's 3. So how many feet are in 2 yards? Let's see. 3 plus 3, that's going to be 6. I'll let you do the 3 yards and the 4 yards. Let's go down here and maybe try this one. 16 feet is how many yards? So I'm taking these 16 feet and I have to divide it by 3 because every 3 feet I can call a yard. 16 divided by 3. See how that's an improper fraction? Remember how we did those? And I know that 3 times 5 is 15, and then I'm going to have 1 foot left over. Finally, let's go down and I'll do this last one with you, okay? 5 yards and 27 inches is how many feet in inches? 5 yards. Well, every yard is going to have 3 feet. So I know 5 times 3 is 15. I'm up to 15 feet just with my yards. But now I have this 27 inches. 27. And I'm going to divide 27 by 12. Because I think I could get more feet out of there. I believe that there are 2 feet, right? 12 times 2 is 24. If I subtract 24 from 27, I'll have 3 inches left. So now what's my answer? I have 15 feet here and 2 feet here for a total of 17 feet, and I've still got my 3 inches right there. So I have left you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 on this. And then remember, you still have your chart to do a couple of these on. You fill those out. It doesn't matter to me if you do them in color like I did or not. And then you'll click the Turn In button.